All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're unpacking something huge: how artificial intelligence is breaking out of the tech world and becoming a core strategic asset for India, literally redefining what national security even means.
And this quote from Tarun Wig, the CEO of Anefu Labs, really nails it. We're not just talking about some new software or a cool gadget. This is a fundamental change in strategy. It's about giving security forces tools that let them see more, act faster, and be more precise than ever before. Now, you're going to hear this term a lot when we talk about military AI, force multiplier. But what does that actually mean? Well, simply put, it's about doing more with what you have. It's like giving a team superpowers, making them smarter and more effective without needing more people. It's a key idea, so keep it in your back pocket.
So, where's the first place we see this in action? You guessed it, the military. India is in the middle of this massive overhaul to create what are called integrated theater commands. The goal is to get the Army, Navy, and Air Force all working together under one roof, and AI is basically the brain that makes it all possible.
See, for the longest time, the different branches of the military kind of operated in their own little worlds, their own silos. But in today's world, that separation is a huge risk. The real challenge is getting everyone on the same page, sharing information, and acting as one single coordinated force.
And this is exactly where AI steps in. It's the ultimate connector. It smashes through those silos, automatically sifts through mountains of data. We're talking everything from satellite images to drone feeds, and turns all that noise into clear, actionable intelligence. This allows commanders to make the right call right when it matters.
And like Tarun Wig says, this isn't just a small upgrade. It transforms the entire military into a single, nimble unit. It's about gaining a strategic edge and making the whole defense system way more resilient against any threat that comes its way.
Okay, so AI is obviously a complete game changer for the military. But does the story end there? Is its impact just limited to the battlefield? Well, as you're about to see, the answer is a big, resounding no.
It turns out that the same kind of organizational power AI brings to a war zone can also be used to tackle other huge national challenges. And a perfect example of this is India's judicial system. We all know it's faced these massive backlogs for years, right? Well, AI is now being brought in to help fix that.
And we're talking about incredibly practical stuff. Using AI to chew through enormous amounts of data helps streamline how courts work. Think about speech-to-text automatically transcribing what's said in a hearing, or using tech to digitize mountains of old paper documents. AI can even help with legal research, which frees up judges and lawyers to focus on what humans do best: making judgments. At the end of the day, it's about making justice faster and more accessible.
So we've looked at defense, we've looked at the courts. Now let's zoom out and look at the really big picture. Because this isn't just happening in a few specific areas. India is actively and successfully positioning itself to be a global leader in all things AI.
And don't just take my word for it. The data is right here. India's AI adoption rate is sitting at 30%, and that's a good bit higher than the global average of 26%. That's not a tiny gap. It shows a country that's really leaning in and embracing this technology across the board.
But then you see this number, and wow! An incredible 83% of employees in India are using generative AI every single week. That is just a wild statistic. It tells you that this isn't some top-down government mandate. This is happening from the ground up. It's becoming part of the culture.
So what's the secret sauce here? Well, it's really a perfect storm of factors. You've got a massive and skilled workforce that's ready to go. You've got the government pushing things forward with big plans like the National Strategy for AI. And all of that is being supercharged by a really exciting and creative startup scene.
Okay, so let's tie this all together. We've seen AI as a military game changer, as an engine for efficiency in the justice system, and as a huge driver of India's economic future. So, what does it all mean when you put it together?
And this last quote really just says it all. For India, AI isn't just about having the latest tech. It's a strategic move, it's the path to becoming more resilient, and to projecting leadership in a world that's getting more complicated by the day.
And that really leaves us with one final big question to think about. For hundreds of years, we've measured a country's power by the size of its army or its economy. But now, as AI is completely rewriting the rules of national security, what does it even mean to be a global power anymore? Something to chew on.